If so, you might want to enjoy that spice earlier in the day. One common culprit that can interfere with your sleep is spicy food, and we understand it's hard to resist that deliciousness. But it's best to save those fiery delights for lunch or an early dinner. Why, you ask? Well, it all boils down to the compounds called capsaicin found in spicy foods. Capsaicin is what gives chili peppers their heat. But here's the catch. It can also trigger heartburn or indigestion, especially when you lie down. That uncomfortable burning sensation can turn into a full-blown reflex, acid reflux nightmares. If these foods are eaten too close to bedtime, and let's be honest, we've all tossed and turned, trying to find a comfortable position to alleviate that burning feeling. Not exactly conducive to a peaceful slumber, right? So if you have a hankering for some spice, indulge during your earlier meals. That way you give your body enough time to digest before it's lights out. But wait, there's more. Spicy foods can do more than just set your stomach on fire. They can also stimulate the production of gastric acid. This acid helps break down food in your stomach, but an overproduction of it can cause heartburn and disrupt your sleep. Studies have shown that eating spicy foods can lead to an increase in the number of heartburn-related hospital admissions, particularly among vulnerable individuals, like the elderly and those with pre-existing conditions. For example, in a study published in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology, researchers found a significant rise in heartburn-related hospitalizations following the introduction of spicy chili containing beef dishes into a hospital menu. On the other hand, eliminating spicy foods from the diet led to a decrease in these admissions, indicating a direct link between spicy fare and digestive distress. 2. Chocolate. Chocolate, the ultimate comfort food. Or is it? While indulging in a piece of dark chocolate might seem like a perfect way to unwind after a long day, it's best to save this sweet treat for another time. You see, chocolate contains two compounds that can interfere with your sleep: caffeine and theobromine. Caffeine is a well-known stimulant that can keep you up and running, literally, if consumed in large quantities or too close to bedtime. Theobromine, on the other hand, has a milder effect, but it can still leave you feeling energized, especially if you're sensitive to it. What's worse, chocolate, particularly dark chocolate, is often recommended as a sleep aid due to its high flavonoid content. Flavonoids are plant compounds associated with various health benefits, including relaxation and better sleep. However, the sleep-promoting effects of flavonoids are usually observed in very low doses, and the amount of flavonoids in a typical serving of chocolate isn't enough to offset the stimulating effects of caffeine and theobromine. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that eating just one small bar of chocolate was enough to significantly increase the amount of time it took participants to fall asleep. 3. Fried and fatty foods. Fried and fatty foods. Oh, the crispy, mouth-watering goodness that can sabotage your sleep. From fried chicken to cheesy pizza, these culinary delights can be hard to resist. But if a peaceful night's rest is on your agenda, it's best to skip them, especially late in the day. Why? These foods can slow down your digestion. Peter tease your stomach is working overtime to break down a heavy meal of fried chicken and creamy pasta while your body prepares for bed. This struggle between indulgence and internal balance can lead to uncomfortable consequences like bloating and acid reflux. Imagine trying to sleep with a stomach full of air or a burning sensation creeping up your throat. Not exactly relaxing, right? Fried and fatty foods often contain high levels of saturated and trans fats. These unhealthy fats not only contribute to weight gain and heart disease, but also hinder the digestive process. As a result, your body spends more time working on digestion rather than winding down for bed. To ensure a smoother transition into dreamland, opt for lighter, easier to digest options for your evening meal. Grilled fish, baked vegetables, and whole grains can provide nourishment without the digestive burden. Remember, a satisfied stomach equals a peaceful night's sleep. 4. Peppermint. We all love a refreshing cup of peppermint tea, especially when it's been a hectic day and we're in desperate need of relaxation. But did you know that this beloved herb can also interfere with your sleep if consumed in the wrong quantities or at the wrong time? While moderate intake of peppermint is generally considered safe and beneficial, Consuming large amounts of peppermint tea too close to bedtime can lead to some unexpected side effects. You see, peppermint contains a compound called menthol, which is known for its soothing properties. Menthol can help relax your muscles and ease digestive discomfort. However, when consumed excessively, it can cause drowsiness and even sleepiness. Imagine sipping a calming cup of peppermint tea before bed only to feel your eyelids getting droopy and your body yearning for a nap. Sounds pleasant, doesn't it? However, this sudden wave of drowsiness can be quite disruptive when you're trying to wind down for the night. You might find yourself struggling to stay awake during important meetings or nodding off in the middle of a task. It is not exactly what we aim for when we reach for that cup of tea to boost our alertness. So if you're a fan of peppermint, enjoy it earlier in the day to reap the benefits without the sleep-disrupting side effects. Now let's get back to the content. Hey everyone, it's your host. In our last video, we covered 5 foods that you definitely want to avoid eating after dinner if you want a safer night's sleep. And I know you do because you clicked on this video. If you haven't seen the first part, make sure to watch it after this one. In the meantime, did you know that the foods you eat before bed can significantly impact the quality and safety of your sleep? Some foods can disrupt your sleep cycle, leading to frequent awakenings or even night sweats, while others can leave you feeling groggy and unrefreshed in the morning. Certain late-night snacks can also trigger uncomfortable symptoms like heartburn and indigestion, making your sleep far from restful. So here are 5 more foods you should avoid eating after dinner if you want a good night's sleep. Just like in the last video, I will be sharing some alternatives to these foods, so make sure to stick around for those. No. 1. Sugary snacks. Now, we all love a sweet treat now and then, but reaching for that cookie or piece of cake after dinner can do more harm than good. The high sugar content in these snacks can cause a spike in your blood sugar levels, followed by a crash that disrupts your sleep. This roller coaster of blood sugar can lead to night sweats, headaches, or a sudden awakening. Instead, opt for a small bowl of fruit or a container of plain yogurt if you're craving something sweet. This will satisfy your sweet tooth without the blood sugar spike. Fruit contains natural sugars, which are easier on your body than processed sugar, while plain yogurt provides a good source of protein and calcium. Number 2, alcohol. Now, alcohol is a tricky one because it can initially make you feel sleepy and relaxed, which can be tempting before bedtime. However, alcohol consumption before bed can actually disrupt your sleep cycle, leading to decreased deep sleep and more frequent awakenings during the night. This means you may not wake up feeling refreshed and rested. Aditinaji, drinking alcohol before bed can dehydrate you, leading to morning headaches and an overall less comfortable sleep experience. If you enjoy a drink or two in the evening, try to do so earlier in the day and in moderation. This way you can still enjoy your drink without disrupting your sleep schedule. You might also want to consider having a non-alcoholic drink with dinner. Some great options include sparkling water, herbal tea, or a mocktail made with fresh fruits and herbs. Not only will these drinks help you relax without the alcohol, but they will also keep you hydrated, which is essential for a peaceful night's sleep. No. 3. Spicy foods. Now, we all love a good spicy dish, but it's best to save those fiery meals for lunch or dinner. Eating spicy food before bed can lead to heartburn and indigestion, making it difficult to fall asleep comfortably. Capsaicin, the compound that gives chili peppers their heat, can trigger a burning sensation in your stomach, which can worsen as you lie down to sleep. This discomfort can lead to frequent awakenings during the night, disrupting your sleep cycle and leaving you feeling exhausted in the morning. If you have a spicy dish before bed, it is best to lie down at least 2 hours after your meal to allow your body time to digest and reduce the risk of heartburn. Consider switching to a milder dish for dinner, such as baked chicken and vegetables or a creamy pasta. These options are easier on your stomach and will help you relax without the discomfort of spice. Number 4. Heavy meals. Now, indulging in a large, heavy meal before bed might seem cozy, but it can lead to uncomfortable consequences. The weight of the meal can cause acid reflux and heartburn, making it hard to lie down and fall asleep. Additionally, your body needs more energy to digest a heavier meal, which can lead to less restful sleep. If you struggle with falling asleep after a heavy dinner, Try eating smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. This will keep your metabolism active and prevent your body from feeling overwhelmed by one large meal at night. Consider having a light dinner consisting of soup or salad to ease digestion and promote relaxation. Opt for lean protein sources and complex carbohydrates to keep your meals satisfying without being overly heavy. No. 5. Beans and legumes. Now, beans and legumes are fantastic sources of protein and fiber. They're great for your health, but these foods can wreak havoc on your digestive system when consumed before bed. The high fiber content can cause bloating, gas, and discomfort, leading to an uneasy night's sleep. In addition, some people may have difficulty digesting certain types of beans, which can result in even more digestive distress. If you want to enjoy the benefits of beans and legumes, it's best to consume them earlier in the day. This will allow your body enough time to digest them properly and prevent any discomfort that may arise. Try adding beans and legumes to your lunch or dinner, incorporating them into salads, soups, or stews. This way you can still reap their nutritional benefits without the risk of a sleepless night. And if you want some extra tips on how to achieve a peaceful night's sleep, check out our other videos on the topic. We have some great recommendations on nighttime routines and other helpful advice. So there you have it, 5 more foods to avoid eating after dinner if you want a peaceful night's sleep. Remember, the key to a good night's rest lies in the choices you make before bedtime. By avoiding these foods, you can ensure that your body stays comfortable and your sleep remains undisturbed. For many, a little heat adds flavor and excitement to their meals. But if you're trying to catch some Z's, it's best to skip the fiery foods before bed. Capsaicin, the compound that gives chili peppers their kick, can cause heartburn and discomfort, and no one wants to toss and turn in bed with a burning sensation. The body takes time to digest spicy foods, and that process can interfere with your sleep cycle. Instead, opt for comforting and easily digestible dishes like oatmeal or a light salad. These options won't rev up your metabolism or trigger digestive issues, helping you drift off to dreamland more smoothly. Remember, a peaceful night's sleep is just a balanced meal away. No. 2. Citrus fruits. Are you a fan of citrus fruits? While they are packed with vitamin C and other nutrients, their high acidity can wreak havoc on your digestive system, leaving you with heartburn and a bloated belly. This discomfort can make it difficult to fall asleep and stay that way. Citrus fruits also contain natural sugars that can cause a spike in blood sugar levels, followed by a crash that can disrupt your sleep cycle. The high levels of these stimulants in citrus fruits can make it harder for you to relax and fall asleep. Instead, try enjoying a cup of soothing herbal tea like chamomile or lavender before bed. These calming drinks will help you unwind without the digestive distress caused by citrus fruits. You can also opt for fruits like bananas or kiwis, which are easier to digest and promote relaxation. By making these simple swaps, you'll be on your way to a more restful night's sleep. No. 3. Alcohol. Is it a habit for you to have a drink before going to bed? For many, a nightcap includes a relaxing alcoholic beverage, but this habit can lead to a restless night ahead. Alcohol acts as a central nervous system depressant, meaning it slows down brain activity and bodily functions. While this can initially make you feel drowsy, it disrupts your sleep cycle once you're asleep, leading to fragmented and less restful sleep. Additionally, alcohol consumption before bed can lead to dehydration, which can cause you to wake up more frequently during the night. It can also worsen sleep apnea and cause you to snore more loudly, disturbing your sleep and that of your partner. Instead of reaching for that bottle, try reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing relaxation techniques to wind down. These alternatives will help you relax without the negative consequences of alcohol on your sleep. Nope. Large meals. How often do you eat large meals? While satisfying at the time, these massive portions can lead to discomfort and indigestion, making it harder to fall asleep. The act of digesting a heavy meal requires a lot of energy from your body, which can keep you awake and alert rather than relaxed and ready for bed. Also, eating a heavy meal too close to bedtime can cause acid reflux or heartburn, which can lead to difficulty sleeping. Certain foods, like fried or fatty meals, can worsen these symptoms, making it even harder to get a good night's sleep. Instead, try eating your last meal of the day at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body enough time to digest and reduces the likelihood of experiencing discomfort or indigestion. Easily, digestible meals such as grilled chicken or fish with steamed vegetables. By making these adjustments, you'll be able to relax and sleep comfortably. No. 5. Sugar and sweet treats. For many, a sweet tooth means a delicious dessert or a late-night snack. However, indulging in sugary treats and desserts too close to bedtime can disrupt your sleep schedule and leave you feeling unrefreshed in the morning. Consuming high amounts of sugar causes a spike in blood sugar levels, which can make it harder to fall asleep. As your body processes the sugar, it releases insulin, which can cause your blood sugar levels to drop, leading to increased hunger and potentially disrupting your sleep cycle. The high-calorie content of desserts can also lead to weight gain and obesity, which are linked to sleep disorders like obstructive sleep apnea. Tokumbatis opt for healthier alternatives, like a handful of nuts or seeds. These snacks provide protein and healthy fats that can help you feel full and satisfied, without the blood sugar spikes caused by sugary treats. By making smarter choices, you can enjoy a sweet dreams without the sugar rush. While we understand the temptation of these tasty treats, it's essential to prioritize a restful night's sleep for overall health and well-being. By avoiding these 5 foods after dinner, you can promote better digestion, stable blood sugar levels, and quality sleep. Each meal should nourish your body, not hinder its ability to rest. Choosing the right post-dinner meals is an investment in your health, allowing you to wake up each morning feeling refreshed and ready to seize the day. Remember, a good night's sleep is the foundation for a healthy, happy life. Make your evenings more mindful with your food choices and embrace the benefits of a peaceful slumber. We hope you found this video helpful. Please share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Stay healthy and keep enjoying our videos. If you find yourself tossing and turning long after your family has gone quiet for the night, consider if you might be staying hydrated enough. Drinking water is vital for many bodily functions, but drinking a lot right before bed may not be the best idea. When you consume large amounts of fluid close to bedtime, it can increase the frequency of your nighttime bathroom breaks. As you know, sleep is made up of cycles and interruptions in these cycles. Even for a quick bathroom break can make it harder to fall back asleep. If you wake up during the night, it might take some time to get back to your sleep cycle, and sometimes people who are sleep deprived end up feeling more tired during the following day. So try sipping water throughout the day and taper off in the evening. And if you're thirsty, have a glass of water, but avoid overdoing it. Staying hydrated is important, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your sleep quality. One of the biggest enemies of a good night's sleep is an overly full stomach. Eating a heavy meal close to bedtime can cause discomfort and indigestion, which can make falling asleep much more difficult. Instead, try having a lighter dinner that's rich in sleep-promoting nutrients. Complex carbohydrates like whole grains and vegetables can help promote the release of melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep. These foods can also provide the body with energy while aiding digestion. Lean protein sources such as fish or tofu can further support restful sleep by providing amino acids that contribute to serotonin and melatonin production. Remember, portion control is key. Even with healthy foods, eating too much can still lead to digestive issues and discomfort. If you're considering a snack before bed, reach for something that will keep your blood sugar levels steady and provide a small amount of protein. This combination can prevent energy spikes and crashes, leading to more stable sleep patterns. Some excellent options include a handful of almonds or walnuts, Greek yogurt, or a small serving of cottage cheese. Each of these snacks offers a mix of nutrients that can help you feel comfortably full without overloading your digestive system. Almonds and walnuts are not only high in protein, they also contain melatonin, which can promote relaxation and sleepiness. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that plays a role in producing serotonin and melatonin. Additionally, the protein content in these dairy products can aid in feeling fuller for longer, reducing the likelihood of nighttime snacking. The ideal pre-sleep snack should be easy to digest and won't weigh you down. For this reason, snacks with a high fat content or strong flavors might not be the best choice right before bed. Foods that are difficult to digest or leave you feeling bloated can disrupt your sleep. Spicy or acidic foods can also trigger heartburn or reflux, which is never comfortable, especially when trying to sleep. The exception to this rule is if you've developed a taste for spicy food lately. Many people crave spicy foods when their bodies require more capsaicin, which is found in chili peppers. If you often crave spicy foods, your body could be telling you that it needs a boost of capsaicin. Interestingly, capsaicin has been shown to potentially improve sleep quality, especially for individuals dealing with sleep apnea. However, if you don't regularly enjoy spicy foods and suddenly develop a craving, it's wise to pay attention to your body's signals. This craving might indicate an underlying health issue that requires attention. When it comes to food, timing is everything. The closer you eat to bedtime, the more likely it is to affect your sleep. Try to finish your dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. This gives your body enough time to digest the meal and prevents the discomfort of a full stomach from interfering with your sleep. However, if you're not hungry enough for a full meal, don't force it. A light snack can still provide sustenance without weighing you down. Just ensure it's not too close to bedtime. Preparing for the next day can also play a significant role in ensuring a peaceful night's sleep. Engage in activities that help you relax and mentally unwind, such as reading, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music. These practices can signal to your body that it's time to rest. Consider setting a consistent bedtime to help regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Stick to this schedule even on weekends to maintain consistency. To make your room more sleep-friendly, keep it dark, quiet, and slightly cooler than you think you should. Use blackout curtains if necessary to block out any street lights or early morning sunlight. Invest in earplugs or a white noise machine if background noise is an issue. And lastly, avoid screen time for at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light emitted from screens can interfere with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Let us look at the science behind how these tips and tricks can transform your evening routine into a sleep-inducing ritual. Your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, heavily influences when you feel tired and when you feel awake. This rhythm is controlled by several genes that dictate the release of various hormones, including melatonin. Melatonin is the primary hormone responsible for promoting sleepiness. It's triggered by darkness and helps to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. This means that having a consistent bedtime routine is crucial to sending signals to your body that it has time for sleep. Activities like reading or gentle stretching can trigger the release of melatonin, making you feel drowsy and preparing your body for rest. Tryptophan is another essential amino acid that plays a key role in the sleep regulation. It serves as a building block for serotonin, which in turn influences melatonin production. Consuming foods rich in tryptophan, such as nuts and dairy products, can aid in sleep promotion. These foods also provide melatonin directly, further contributing to the relaxation response. The role of blood sugar levels in sleep is also significant. A sudden spike followed by a crash in blood sugar levels can disrupt the delicate balance needed for restful sleep. By choosing complex carbohydrates and pairing them with protein, you can help stabilize your blood sugar levels, preventing those energy fluctuations that can interfere with your sleep. Sweet dreams. And please subscribe for more helpful content. Alright, let's dive into our list, starting with No. 1. Alcohol. We all know that having too much to drink can make you feel drowsy. But did you know that alcohol also interferes with your sleep later in the night? That's right. Although it might seem like a good idea to wind down with a glass of wine or a beer after a big meal, it can actually disrupt your sleep cycle during the REM stage, which is when you experience those blissful moments of dreamland. Instead, opt for non-alcoholic beverages like water or herbal tea, especially those made from chamomile or lavender. Not only will this help you stay hydrated, but it also promotes relaxation without the negative side effects of alcohol. No. 2. Spicy or acidic foods. We all love a little spice in our lives, but it's best to leave those fiery foods off the menu for dinner. That's because spicy foods can cause heartburn and indigestion, making it difficult to fall asleep comfortably. The capsaicin found in chili peppers and hot sauces can trigger a burning sensation in your stomach, which is the last thing you want to deal with before bed. Similarly, acidic foods like citrus, fruits, and tomatoes can wreak havoc on your digestive system, leading to discomfort and potential acid reflux. To keep things cool and comfortable, opt for blander options like oatmeal or chicken breast for dinner, and save those spicy indulgences for another meal. Now coming up, we'll talk about a food that's often considered a healthy choice. But did you know that it can have some surprising effects on your sleep if consumed in the wrong way? But first, let's move on to No. 3. large meals. We all know that overeating can lead to discomfort and difficulty falling asleep. But what might be less obvious is the fact that eating a big meal too close to bedtime can also disrupt your sleep. That's because your body works hard to digest the food you eat, and that process requires energy. When you eat a large meal shortly before going to bed, your body is forced to divert energy away from essential functions, like sleep, in order to focus on digestion. This can result in indigestion, acid reflux, and a restless night's sleep. To avoid this problem, try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body enough time to digest and absorb the nutrients from your meal, while also allowing you to relax and wind down before going to sleep. Additionally, eating earlier in the evening can prevent late-night snacking, which can also disrupt your sleep. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your body has the energy it needs to support a restful night's sleep. Number 4. Caffeine. You might be surprised to learn that caffeine has a half-life of up to 5 hours. That means that the coffee you drank at dinner could still be in your system, keeping you up by the time you want to go to bed. While a cup of coffee might seem like a harmless way to stay awake during the day, it's important to be aware of its potential effects on your sleep. That's why it's a good idea to avoid consuming caffeine-containing drinks like coffee, tea, and soda in the evening. However, if you're a tea lover, don't worry. There are plenty of delicious caffeine-free herbal teas available, such as chamomile, peppermint, and lavender. These teas can help you relax and unwind without the stimulating effects of caffeine. But please keep in mind that certain pain relievers, like Excedrin, also contain caffeine, so be sure to read the labels of any medications you take to avoid any unwanted side effects. By being mindful of your caffeine intake, you can ensure that you get the restful sleep you need to feel refreshed and energized the next day. And finally, no. 5. Heavy starches and sugary snacks. Let's start with heavy starches, shall we? Foods like pasta, bread, and potatoes might be comforting, but they can also lead to blood sugar spikes and crashes, leaving you feeling restless and unable to sleep. That's because when you consume heavy starches, your body releases insulin to help regulate your blood sugar levels. However, this can also cause a drop in blood sugar, which can make you feel hungry and tired. And let us not forget about those sugary snacks that are often touted as a quick fix for a little boost in the evening. While they may provide a temporary burst of energy, they can lead to a crash later on, leaving you feeling sluggish and unable to sleep. Instead, opt for healthier snack options like Greek yogurt, almonds, or a piece of fruit if you find yourself feeling hungry in the evening. These options can help curb your appetite and provide you with the necessary nutrients without the blood sugar roller coaster ride. Now, you might be wondering why it's so important to watch what you eat in the evening. Well, it's all about timing. Eating the wrong foods too close to bedtime can disrupt your natural sleep cycle and leave you tossing and turning all night long. But don't worry, we've got some simple solutions to help you avoid these pitfalls. First, pay attention to portion sizes. Eating a large meal or snack too close to bedtime can make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Instead, try to eat smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day to keep your metabolism active. Next, be mindful of the types of foods you consume in the evening. Avoid heavy, greasy, or sugary foods that can cause digestive issues or blood sugar spikes. Instead, opt for lighter, more easily digestible foods like chicken, fish, or vegetables. Finally, listen to your body's cues. If you're not hungry, don't force yourself to eat. Going to bed on an empty stomach can be just as disruptive to your sleep as eating too much. So it's important to find the right balance. By following these tips, you can ensure that your evening meals are both enjoyable and conducive to a restful night's sleep. We've come to the end of our list, but remember, these are just general guidelines, and everyone's body is different. Some people might not experience any problems eating certain foods in the evening, while others might be more sensitive to their effects. So it's important to listen to your body and pay attention to how different foods make you feel. If you're managing chronic conditions like diabetes or acid reflux, your nighttime eating habits become even more important. That's why it is a good idea to consult with a healthcare provider or nutritionist to tailor your evening meals to your specific needs. They can help you create a personalized meal plan that takes into account your dietary restrictions, health concerns, and lifestyle. Remember, small changes can make a big difference when it comes to improving your sleep quality. So try incorporating these tips into your routine and see how you feel. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable content. Thanks for watching.